Welcome to Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. In this video, we'll look at Act 1, Scenes 1 and 2. These opening moments give us more than just story. They introduce us to the central themes of love, disguise, and identity confusion that will carry through the entire play. Scene 1. Orsino and the Food of Love. The play opens in Illyria. Duke Orsino, attended by his lords and musicians, is lost in thoughts of love. He pines for Lady Olivia, who refuses his messages. Olivia is in mourning for her brother, vowing to hide her face for 7 years and to refuse marriage until then. Yet Orsino is obsessed with her, and rather than act, he surrounds himself with flowers and music, indulging in his fantasy of love. This scene is famous for Orsino's opening line, "If music be the food of love, play on." He imagines love as an appetite, something that can be fed, even overfed, until one grows sick of it. But this doesn't work. The music grows dull, yet his longing for Olivia remains. Already Shakespeare raises a central question. Is love real, or is it an invention of the imagination? Orsino suggests it is the latter. He says, "So full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical." For him, love, what he calls fancy, is inseparable from imagination, from fantasy. This means Orsino may be less in love with Olivia than with the idea of being in love. His misery is almost theatrical, lying in rose-covered rooms, listening to music, and speaking in beautiful phrases about a woman who rejects him. Later in the play, when he transfers his devotion from Olivia to Viola without hesitation, we see even more clearly that Orsino is devoted not to a person, but to the very act of loving. Scene 2, Viola's disguise. Meanwhile, on the Illyrian coast, Viola has survived a shipwreck. She fears her twin brother Sebastian has drowned, though the captain gives her hope. He saw Sebastian afloat on a broken mast. Still, Viola is alone in a strange land and must find a way to live. She learns of Duke Orsino and of Lady Olivia, and at first wishes she could enter Olivia's household to hide from the world. But Olivia refuses to see anyone, not even the Duke himself. Viola therefore decides to disguise herself as a young man and seek service with Orsino instead. With the captain's help, she goes off to find her disguise. This choice might seem improbable. Surely there are other ways to survive. But Shakespeare relies on improbabilities to move his comedies forward. Here, the disguise sets up a chain of confusion and mistaken identity that drives the entire plot. The analysis of these opening scenes focus on love, fantasy, and disguise together. These scenes set the foundation for everything that follows. First, love as imagination. Orsino's language suggests that desire is shaped more by the lover's mind than by the beloved's reality. His obsession with Olivia seems self-indulgent. He is in love with the performance of longing, the metaphors, the melancholy, the music. This raises a key idea. Love may not be grounded in reality at all, but in the human imagination. Second, disguise and identity. Viola's decision to dress as a man introduces the play's central motif, disguise, and the gender confusion it creates. Originally, she even says she will disguise herself as a eunuch, a castrated man. Shakespeare drops that detail later, but it lingers as another symbol of blurred gender identity. Her plan creates endless possibilities for mistaken identity, cross-dressing, and comic entanglement. Third, the stage context. For Shakespeare's audience, this gender play was both believable and layered with irony. Women were not allowed to perform on the English stage, so Viola was played by a boy actor. That boy played a girl who then disguised herself as a boy. Renaissance audiences were open to this fluidity of gender roles on stage, and it made the comedy of cross-dressing all the more powerful. These first two scenes show us everything. A duke whose love is more fantasy than reality. a heroine who must hide herself behind a disguise, and a theatrical world where gender, desire, and identity are fluid and unstable. This is the hallmark of Twelfth Night, a comedy built on illusion, disguise, and the unruly power of love. That's Act 1, Scenes 1 and 2. In the next part, we'll see how Viola's disguise begins to create both comedy and chaos in Illyria.